When someone asks you questions like this, do you usually answer like this? How was the movie? It was very nice. How tall is he? He is very tall. How much is it? It is very expensive. What's common in all these sentences? It's very. I want you to avoid using the word very and see the difference you make in your language. You may ask, wait a minute, what's the problem if I use very frequently? Well, in my opinion, it is the most overused word in English language. Look at this one.
Very, 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 very.
As a result, you sound monotonous. I'll tell you something about this word a little later in the video. When a word is used too frequently, it loses its power. So I'm going to make your language more powerful with a few techniques. Number one, you can use adverbs of degree to avoid using very, like extremely. Two, really, pretty, quiet to mean very. I mean, they aren't synonymous. I want you to have a look at this chart. As you go down, the degree or the level to describe an adjective will decrease. Adjective is a word which describes a noun like beautiful, easy, hungry, happy, and so on. I mean, extremely is equal to 10 very, very, very. 2 is equal to 5 very, very, and so on. So when you want to describe an adjective, think about the appropriate adverb you want to use. Let's say you want to describe Russia, you can say it is extremely big. Whereas China, Canada, or US, you can say they are too big. When you describe India, you can say it's pretty big. You aren't using very at all here. Sounds great. When you want to describe the best holiday in your life, you can say it was an extremely interesting holiday. If it was good one, you can say it was quite interesting. Some adverbs are used with specific adjectives or verbs to mean very or to a large degree. Like, for example, when you say I was bitterly disappointed, it means I was very disappointed. He was desperately unlucky means very unlucky. Sarah was seriously injured in the accident means she was badly injured. I'm terribly sorry I couldn't come means I am very sorry. The project is vitally important for the company means it's very important. It's highly unlikely that it will rain means it's very unlikely. He is completely bald means he's fully bald. She's totally different means completely different. The third technique to avoid very is to use a synonym, a word which means the same. When you want to describe very plus a particular adjective, you can use certain synonyms. I'll explain with lots of examples here. When you want to say I am very tired, you can replace very tired with exhausted, like I'm exhausted today. You can do the same for all these sentences. To mean he's very rich, you can say he's wealthy. To mean he's a very poor child, you can say he's a destitute child. If you want to say I am very happy, replace it with I am joyful. Happier than that, you can say I am blissful. Happier than that, you can say I am ecstatic. When you want to say I am very excited to learn English language, you can say I am eager to learn English language. I'll give you a big list here. Very accurate, precise. Very angry, furious, irate, fuming. Very bad, awful, miserable, horrible, terrible. Very basic, rudimentary, fundamental. Very beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, very bloody, gory, savage, very boring, like the word I used in the beginning, monotonous, very capable, efficient, very careful, meticulous, very caring, compassionate, very polite, respectful, courteous, very clever, brilliant, sharp, very cold, freezing, very colorful, vibrant, very confused, baffled, very curious, nosy, inquisitive, very cute, adorable, very deep, abysmal, very difficult, complicated, very dirty, filthy, very dry, arid or parched, very educational, enlightening, very emotional, sensitive, very expensive, exorbitant, very famous, renowned, eminent, legendary, celebrated, very far, remote, secluded, distant, isolated, very fast, rapid, swift, supersonic, very fat, obese, very firm, solid, very friendly, sociable, very funny, hilarious, very good, super, marvelous, wonderful, amazing, fabulous, very helpful, supportive, very honest, candid, sincere, very hot, scorching, blistering, burning, very hungry, starving, very sick, bedridden, very immature, childish, very important, crucial, vital, paramount, very interesting, fascinating, very big, huge, mammoth, gigantic, very energetic, exuberant, very logical, rational, very loud, deafening, very negative, pessimistic, very new, novel, innovative, very numerous, abundant, means too many, very painful, excruciating, very similar, identical, very scared, terrified, very sexy, seductive, erotic, very shy, timid, very slow, sluggish, very small, tiny, minuscule, very strange, weird, bizarre, very tasty, delicious, scrumptious, very valuable, precious. So that's all for today. If the list is very long, wait a minute. Teacher Suresh, you are using very, oh yeah. You can say if the list is extensive, you may take screenshots of the video and memorize the words. Try to use about 4 or 5 words that I've spoken about right now or today and see how people start noticing you. My aim is to make English as simple as possible to learn with lots of fun. I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, you can watch a lot of my videos on various topics such as how to give suggestions, how to use must, have to, need to, and you have 10 different ways to describe future. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm your English teacher Suresh. Goodbye.